Whiz. Whiz. Let me put on my sound. Chat, if I'm sound tired, it's because I am tired, okay? Just gonna put that out there right now. What's up, Steve? What's up, babe? Hi, Gengar. Yep, got Gengar chilling on the loading screen. I think he's on the ending screen as well. Actually, let's check. Let me check. Is he? No, he's not on the ending screen. He's only at the beginning screen. I should probably fix that later. But, gotta do that. What's up, Legend Heart? I have so many things I have to respond to, which I should probably do at some point. Let me see. I don't know if we're going to have a patch today, but we probably will. And if that does happen, I will probably hop off test route for a bit till it's down. Dude, oh my god, I can't clear my throat. Goddamn. But I don't know what exactly they're fixing in the patch because there's so many things that need to be fixed. So low-key, whatever it is, hopefully it's things I want to be fixed. I have to give me a second, chat. I have to respond to a lot of messages. I am like, I woke up to so many messages and I was just like, Salman, how's your day? I mean, I just woke up not too long ago. Like, I feel like my voice might tell you, but yeah, I just woke up not too long ago. I think I like slept at like 3 or 4 in the morning. I mean, yeah, it's like it's like almost 1. I woke up like around 12:30. Um, it's like I got sleep. uh, my eyes hurt a little bit, can't lie. I'm at least tomorrow's the last day of test run for this week. I don't know if we'll have it next week. We'll see, but I mean, it'll give me time to work on college work and other things. So that is a plus. Okay, who do I gotta? I gotta. Yeah, there were so many things we did in yesterday's stream. I mean, if you were there, you're there. The VOD is saved on YouTube, not on Twitch. But yeah, we did a lot of things, and I don't know if we'll do more things today like that. But I do want to test some things, and I'm not gonna lie, I might farm on test realm. I can't say that, but yeah, I might farm on test realm just for a piece of gear, so I can record a video. But that might happen today. Yeah. Drink water. I have chai next to me, babe. I have chai. So I'm having chai. Also have my toast. Toast! Got my toast. Let me go to Darkmoor in the meantime. I'm just responding to DMs, so you guys might have to give me like 5 minutes before we do something. But I'll be looking at chat while I'm responding to DMs. If you guys have any questions or anything about Darkmoor, whatnot, or Wiz related stuff, I mean, it doesn't even have to be Wiz related stuff. You guys can ask me whatever. Um, while I respond to messages. But yeah, there are a lot like these quests are. Also, is she back? No, she's not back. Yeah, there's like 3 quests or 4 quests that are bugged. I'm also gonna take off my chat box. There's no redeem chai option. Because the thing is, like, if I have that as an option, babe, and I don't have chai, but does that mean I have to go make chai? Like, uh, but if y'all have any questions, let me know. Let me know. Holler at me. Ask whatever. I'm dying. Alright, okay, so we're going to. Should be countering the effects of fire. Well, then you can't cover it. So you can literally only do weakness to weakness. What's up, Dave? Morning, morning. Wait, so he's fired death. I need to pull up my nightmare dungeon slide. And yes, I said nightmare dungeon. That's literally what I mean. Fire death, fire death. Is there a... So you can only do dot to dot? Is that even an actual thing? Dot to dot. That sounds... Dot to dot. Sounds like a life thing. Wait, do I have to use... Wait, do I have that spell on me? It only clears 2. So you either life... So you only have a couple options in that fight. You can either life King Heart, or you can Earthwalker and then Earthwalker again later, but then you're put in a pressure state, so you can't. Um... Hmm. I wonder how fast you can kill him. If it's dots, you don't really need to levy. But then you don't have pips. You could theoretically run a mastery and do Earthwalker, set up bombs. He doesn't counter bombs. But that just benefits the people who have... No, for Storm it's not going to be viable. The only thing you could do in that fight is levy. Levy for the weaknesses. Isn't there like a low tier version of levy? So like that would be what, Zilla? No, it would be bugs. Wait, but no one can train bugs. Unless that's changed in this update. Bugs plus a triage. Why is it mass triage? Wait, is mass triage banned? It shouldn't be, right? I know we were just using triage last night. It's not banned. But I feel like this is supposed to be banned. Is there a... Is there a mass triage on like a piece of gear? Triage. Surely, right? Triage. Item card. Double camp bandit? I don't think you can do double camp bandit. I think you're supposed to clear the dots. Oh, there's a jewel that gives mass triage? Wait, this is triangle jewel though. There is some gear that gives it. Alpine gear gives it. Investment. Is there an amulet that gives it? Mother Moons. Oh, there's a... What? That's actually a solid amulet. There's an amulet that gives mass triage and a dragon blade. That's a square socket? Like, yeah, why not? Um, Let me see. Where did we write the strat that we did last night? Where is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, round 4. Can you kill on round 3? Nah. Dude, that fight is so long for no reason. Taunt point, you're better off. It's gonna be a. It's gonna be a. What fight is that? It's gonna be TT all over again. TT. Snake Eyes. Snake Tail. Oh, I forgot his name. What's up, Lion? What's up, Bizarre? The world's interesting? It is interesting. It is interesting. What's up, Doom? I'm an ice wizard. I feel like I move slow throughout the game. I mean, you are ice. Ice's DPP damage per pip is just doo doo. But you are a tank, so like you do have that. There are some pluses. Do I gotta start the quest line for Darkmoor so I can TPD while you're there? I think you can still TPD me. Here, try TPing to me. Yeah. Why would you be able to TP me? You can TP to me. It's only certain zones, like certain dungeons, I guess. I think I have my ports on. Yeah, I have my ports on. Are the new jewels for 180? Yes. Yeah, see? I'm chilling. Wait, I know someone with this name. Wait. Should I get an should I get a new wizard? I have a myth and a death. I just started, never played again. Um, by all means, you can still play those. Death is easy for soloing just because you have drains, but you don't. If you don't have the, if you don't have Deer Knight or Ship of Fools, it's a little bit annoying questing at the beginning. Unless your death's already further, put to the point where you already have Scarecrow. But death is pretty easy if you're just starting out. Like all your hits give you health back. If you don't mind me asking, the jewels, there is a tier jewel that gives a moon shield now. Oh, there's the maintenance. There's a jewel that has a moon shield now, which I think is new. And then after that, there are new square health sockets, which are 180 now. Triangle jewels didn't get any changes, and I think circle jewels, we did get crit rating ones for 180. I think we also did get damage ones. Let me double check. Yeah, there's 180 damage jewels as well. Yeah, there's 180 damage jewels, and you can get 170 ones. I think certain schools got 180s. I think I can let me thoroughly check real quick before I like say that statement. So I see balance. Okay, so certain schools got 180 jewels for cosplaying purposes. I think. I mean, let me check it. Yeah, certain schools got 180 ones for cosplaying purposes. Because I don't see a storm jewel here. Gee, that would be amethyst, right? Yeah, like there's not a bright damage amethyst. So certain schools got better circle jewels for cosplaying purposes, but your regular circle jewels for damage are still going to be 170. So that doesn't really change much. And then yeah, that's really it. So better. So realistically, more health jewels and better circle jewels for people that are cosplaying or dual schooling. This is streams? Is there? It's not a daily thing. It's just because test runs are like here and stuff. Um, do better. Yeah, same damage and pierce. It's just the dual schooling jewels are higher percentage now. It's for certain ones at least. I should let me pull up a notepad. You did remind me though. I have to pull up a notepad. I have to write all this stuff down. I know people want me to make a loot map, so I will. I do think that this time around there's way too many challenge modes. Like, I'm okay with that, but the thing is, some of these challenge modes don't drop it. Let's see. Which is Gray Man Golden boots. Does dual scrolling seem more viable with the new gear stuff? With how the stack caps and stuff work, it's better for certain schools. Like for example, Storm can do a lot. um, I'll have to do some testing. I kind of want to do some testing with EDAC whenever I get the chance, because yeah, there is no damage cap, and that is the intentional thing. The stat caps do need to be adjusted for advanced, I believe, and the cosplaying stats I'm pretty sure are supposed to be adjusted as well. But when it comes to like casual PvE, the stats being uncapped is intentional. So like, you can have like 300-400 damage, um, for like a life stat on a storm. So like, you're basically having the ability of a storm where like your whole ideology is like, do a lot of damage and whatnot. But now when you're cosplaying, you can still have that, yet life is not a school that has uh, crazy damage like that. But Storm just applies that efficiency towards that school when you're cosplaying. So stuff like that, yeah. It is viable for certain challenge modes and stuff like that. But I still stick with the statement for like casual play. If you want to mess around with dual school stuff and cosplaying stuff, go for it. But is it like a need? No. Like, I even when I'm questing, I play as a storm. I don't cosplay. I don't. I don't dual school. I really don't. Unless it's in a fight where I am forced to. Yeah, of course. But never, never am, am forced unless it's challenge mode or I guess you could say PvP as well, because PvP technically, it's incentivized to with the amount of people that carry other counters of other schools and stuff. So you technically do have pins to other schools and stuff like that. But you don't need to do any of that stuff for casual play. I think the only thing that I kind of like recommend people, and I recommend it in my gear builds, is that you should still put like a shield pin. You should still put like an accuracy pin, um, stuff like that. Just because the fact is, those can buff you in any sort of way. You can get extra res against a certain boss. That's kind of cool. And the accuracy is nice just because, hey, what if you get hit with a mantle or whatnot? You can't have accuracy of your own school, of course, but like you can have accuracy of other schools. So like for example, like I recommend usually like balance or death, usually. Or if you are weaved into like life and you're using a dual blade, but like life accuracy or something. Um, and then sometimes I kind of put fire accuracy because I kind of get lazy to switch from my hitting fit to my Scald Incendiate fit. So literally, I just put a fire pin and I just put on Dahlia hat, and then I'm kind of just good, just so I can save myself some time. But it's like those are the only things you should really care, like casual play wise. It wouldn't worry about like all the pins and whatnot, like to a certain degree, to that extent. Any idea when they're releasing Dark Mode fully? Probably not till November. It's not gonna be this month. I highly doubt it. Um, just because usually test round lasts around 2 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks. Um, Obviously the more bugs, more issues, whatnot. Then yeah, but like if test round's usually chilling, then it'll be kind of good. Be kind of easy. Easy to come out, but I'm pretty sure one of the zones is like cooked. I think it's the lagoon area. The lagoon area has like a bunch of side quests that are like bugged, and some of the sigils are bugged. So meaning like for example, when I'm in a sigil's bugged, it can mean a variety of things. So treat this as a sigil, right? This is like one of the. Let's pretend we're in the lagoon and you see this sigil. Sometimes this sigil is not lit up. Sometimes when I finish this fight and I want to do it again, I can't go back on it when you're supposed to be able to. So like there's little things like that that are bugged in that zone. So till all those things are fixed, I don't think they're gonna push it out that quickly. Um, Another thing is I think some of the challenge modes aren't working. So for example, like the final boss on challenge mode, after you kill one of the bosses, you can't target the other bosses. So you're kind of just cooked. Like you can't do anything. So like you can do the challenge mode. Yeah, you can do the first fight, you can do the second fight. But when you get to the third fight, you can't do anything. Um, and I think I don't know if they're changing any of the other fights. I know the forest one that everyone was like stuck on. Obviously, that's getting fixed. But there are things on challenge mode that do need to get fixed as well. Because I don't think it's intentional of you having to do 5 fights on challenge, which it shouldn't be. So that's why I woke up to a lot of messages. So I'm like kind of responding to people about bugs. And I'm also like writing stuff down for loot maps because I know people want me to make a loot map. I did get asked by like a couple of people, so I will do that. Let's see. If you guys want to see what the final fight looks like, there's already videos on the channel, and of course, like the whole of yesterday, there's a VOD of me just like doing challenge mode. For sure, vids. I mean, we might go quest through many cheap bosses. Yeah, I try. Sometimes the vids are for certain people. Sometimes the vids are for everybody. It just comes down. What I want to do this time around, which Scott did tell me, and it kind of like made me realize I should incorporate solo content semi into the channel, because like majority of my stuff is like team based or like 4-player based, and I know a lot of people do get annoyed at that. Like, well, I don't have 4 people. I don't have that. Like, how am I supposed to farm without 4 people and whatnot? And I understand. And especially when you're questing through, and I post a video that says, "Hey, you need 4 people," like people are gonna be annoyed, and I understand that. So like, what I might do this time around, whenever the bosses get fixed, I will go through and do it on my storm solo, and um, see if I'm struggling with anything. If I'm genuinely struggling with something, like I will, you know, make a video or whatnot. Or if people ask me, like, "Hey, I'm stuck on this fight in this zone. Can you make a video on it?" Like, I will. And I wrote down a list of fights that people told me that they struggled with. But some of those fights I can't access because the fact is, this is just broken. Like it's a one-time use when it's not supposed to be. So it's like stuff like that I'm like working on. But I mean, if any of you guys are questing for Darkmoor or have or planning to, whatnot, let me know if you're struggling on anything. On standard mode, specifically challenge mode, of course, I'm gonna make videos for all of them. But if there's like a certain fight that you're struggling on, I can. I was gonna post a video of the Howling Forest or whatnot, or probably pronouncing that wrong or said it wrong. You guys know what I mean. The bug dungeon. But there's no point in me making a video talking about how to cheese it currently when it's he's not supposed to be reviving. He's supposed to just die. um, dude, why is the Gray Slayer drop so much? I think I talked about this yesterday. Like the man drops way too much. Like I'm all for it dropping from the same spot, but I just don't understand why we have so many challenge moves on. Triangle. I'm trying to write this quick before. Bane of Evil. Circle. Also, I've heard people want the final fight to be harder. I mean, by all means, they can do that. But if if you guys ask for that, and you guys get a harder fight and then complain that it's too hard, even though you asked for it to be hard, then like I don't know what to tell y'all. Because you're like, because the thing is, it's going to happen. The fight's like based upon Roberto's reaction on stream the other day, like in the dev stream, he can make it harder. That's not the issue. But if you guys want a malice situation, don't ask me later. Because we all know how many people were complaining about malice. True hero, this dude. Shield. And then sword pins are Bane of Evil. Okay, okay. I wrote down all this just in time before servers go down. So I'll make a loop map. Probably tomorrow. I can finish it. I have all the information. I just don't remember who's true hero of the stew. Do I have that badge? Okay, I don't even know who's. Oh, is it the Sanderson? Wait. No! As I just got there. Did they fix the Nightbringer fight? Maybe that's what the patch is for? I can't give you a definitive answer. I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know what exactly the fix is for. Obviously, it's not intended. I feel like people are taking it weird too serious. The fight is not intended to be Nightbringer. It's just that's what people are doing to force themselves to be able to quest through. They wouldn't make a fight where you're forced to use Nightbringer. At least like in newer content is what I'm trying to say. Do you think it's worth getting Reaver? I'm a newly maxed out, so wait for the new gear. Okay, so let me give you my opinions. I like Reaver boots. I do. I like the item card trap. Right? But if you don't want to do Malice all because of one pair of boots for this one item card of a trap on it, then just wait till the new gear. Just literally wait to the new gear. Because all the other stuff is going to be a net increase to a certain extent. So what I would do is, if you haven't finished Salinopolis, because you are required to finish Salinopolis before going into Darkmoor. So if you are on live realm, finish Salinopolis. Finish all that. And then whenever Darkmoor comes out, farm the Darkmoor gear. The final fight, in my opinion, it's easier than Malice. Like, if we're comparing standard to standard, it's easier. But if they are planning to change it based upon player request for the fight to be harder, Um, and that fight might be harder than Malice. Who knows? I feel like I'm seeing more and more challenge mode people like wanting to make standard mode harder, and that shouldn't be the case. If you want to make stuff harder, put it on challenge mode. Don't put it on standard mode. Because I remember seeing so many people complain about Malice on standard, like it was abysmal. Game doesn't deserve to be this difficult. Of the Balor fight? Or are you talking about just in general? Also, Julian, appreciate the follow on Twitch. Like, for example, like some of the side stuff can be a tad bit hard, but it's a side quest, and I think that's completely fine. But a side quest and like standard should not be on like the near level of a challenge mode. Challenge mode is meant to be hard. But I don't think challenge mode should venture into standard mode. It shouldn't. Designs don't seem that long around, almost like Nightmare. Um, oh, seem really long this time, almost like Nightmare. Okay, well, I can understand that. I think the main two culprits of this like Nightmare thing is that forest area, the forest dungeon, with you having to do the like the clues and whatnot, and then the final dungeon. Every other dungeon is not like a Nightmare dungeon. Those are the only two culprits, in my opinion. Unless someone remembers something I don't remember. Is low key with staying up this many hours and throughout the past couple days, and running on like little to no sleep. I can honestly confuse certain ones with certain ones, so it's very possible. But I think the main two culprits of this like nightmare agenda, which is what I was saying, was the forest dungeon with the fire boss that has incendiary and whatnot, and the final fight. But the thing is, I'm pretty sure the final fight, the first fight, is a tad bit bugged because it's not supposed to be when you remove all of his like hanging effects and you kill him, he still comes back alive. But on challenge mode, when you do that, he doesn't come back alive. So I hopefully Roberto got to that in this patch. I wouldn't know. Like I said, I don't know what's in this patch. I genuinely don't know. It'd be nice if like I was told, so then I know what not to like do again, or what I can like look forward to, what to QA test. But I don't know. And then, but yeah, I got lost in there last night. It seemed like a nightmare dungeon. Yeah, it's because there's no mini map. But the one thing I will say, compared to the nightmare dungeon in the final fight versus nightmare dungeon, is there's a quest arrow. You can switch your quest arrow to whatever lesson, and it tells you which way to go to get to that lesson. So if you pick up a certain thing that's required for a certain lesson, you just change your quest arrow to that thing, and you're good to go. So it's easy. Like at least that is there for you. But on challenge mode, there is nothing like that. So you gotta like know where all the lessons are, and you gotta know where to go for certain things. The thing is though, with the lessons in challenge mode, there's not really an incentive to do multiple. There's just a timer. Yeah, that's another thing. Challenge mode has a timer, standard mode doesn't. That's a good thing. There's like a good difference between challenge and standard. But there is no real reason to do multiple lessons in challenge mode. Like, why would I? Like, it makes a fight difficult, but it's challenge mode. Shouldn't it be difficult regardless? So why would like majority of challenge mode people are doing it for badges? There's only select like very select people that actually farm consecutively on challenge mode, and it depends on what boss it is on challenge mode. For example, like taking tree on challenge mode, like people casually do it for loot, which I have done before too. I've casually done it for loot. But for the new one, for the final dungeon, there is no real reason to do it on challenge mode and to increase the difficulty with the totems, because the totems are supposed to increase the difficulty of the dragons. But if I'm just there for the badge, why would I do multiple lessons? You would only just do one to open the gate, to do one and then not put the totem and just do the boss fight. I feel like what the totem should be doing on challenge mode is removing cheats, not adding cheats. Because then there's like an incentive, hey, I want to get multiple lessons as I can within a certain time frame. And then if I do these bosses, it reduces the cheats of the final. But if I don't care about the cheats, then I can just full on take the whole brim and just only do one lesson. I would love to be in call with like Roberto or Adam and just like talk about challenge mode on those two separate fights, or even standard. I will make a guide though for like the standard forest one, because people don't understand how the code works, and I know how the code works. It's very simple. It's just the thing is it's buggy at the moment. Like something might be exactly correct, but it might not be working. Do you think I should farm gear if I'm in Aeon, or should I wait for the new role? If you have Aeon, do you have full Aeon? Define Aeon, because I know some people have like one piece of Aeon and they'll be like, yeah, I have Aeon. If you have like a semi full set of Aeon, just wait till Dark more realistically. Full Aeon, yeah, you're chilling. Just make sure you have a solid pet, and you're good. You're good. Just use that till Darkmoor. There's no point of farming Malice. There's no point of farming Sonopolis. You just farm the new world instead, in my opinion. And everyone will be farming it, so like you'll find more people easier. Like once Darkmoor comes out, I don't think there's only gonna be a select few people still farming Nightmare Dungeon. So select few people farming Sonopolis. That's what happens every year. The world prior just gets slowly like left in the dust because people are just gonna farm the new content instead. Does final boss drop? Final boss of the forest doesn't drop anything good. That's a good question. And guess what? Based upon what I wrote down, he doesn't drop anything. Like you do also have Gray Man. He drops stuff. You have Hierophant. Hierophant. That person drops stuff, and then there's one other boss that drops stuff. I think it's like the sisters. I didn't write the name down, but that one also drops stuff. But yeah, that wolf boss does not drop anything. Which I mean, I get it. At the end of each zone, they want to have a challenge mode, but Diva said your ass at Wiz. I believe it. No beef? No. I think Diva just trolls. I love Diva. He's my homie. Let me fix my. Let me get my. Wait, let me see. Did they post an announcement when test room is back up? Why am I getting pinged? Who's pinging me? Oh, people are like, oh. Hi, Devo. Good morning, good afternoon. I appreciate the raid. How'd your stream go? I mean, are you doing PvE soon? Define soon. Like, what are you doing with PvE? But before I be proud of you, what are you doing in PvE? Are you gonna quest because you're not done with Salinopolis? Is that what it is? Switch the console? No. Why would I switch the console? When like all my content is on PC. On console I can't even do dark mode. There ain't no test room. But it depends on what you're doing on on PvE stuff. Oh, there's patch notes. Oh, to WMA, there's patch notes for whatever they patched. Questing. So Salinopolis, basically what I'm hearing. Or are you questing like a whole new wizard? Which I don't think you would be. So like, the only thing I can think of that you're doing is Salinopolis. Surely, right? Surely. I'm drunk with this guy, bro. Evolve. Lock in. This one, don't do peeve, bro. Don't do peeve. That's why I don't do peeve. I enjoy PvE. Might sound crazy to say, but like I enjoy PvE. I don't have to worry about someone sniping me. I don't think I would ever do peeve on stream, can't lie. Unless like I am genuinely bored with the game. Bro, I literally did a 50 peeve match on my alts, guys. And I was in call, bro. I got sniped by a person in my call. Tell me how that's fair. You ain't seen me peeve, bro. Get me out. Wait, so I just realized one. How many? Wait, did I make a Salinopolis loot map? I surely did, right? That sounds like something Almond would do, right? Let me see. Almond. Salinopolis, where are you? Where art thou? Oh, Salinopolis had 4 as well. Oh, then making the loot map's gonna be so easy. Like, oh, I think I already have like a Photoshop file that already has 4 of the icons there. I just have to replace them. Oh, but I didn't get who. Wait, why is there separate reagents this time around? I just realized that too. Wait, just because certain bosses give you the ability to craft, I need to see who drops what reagent because there's 3 different reagents. Well, I know one of them's farmable, like from like the floor, and then there's one that is the orb, which is dropped by some of the bosses, if not all of them. I didn't really check the loot chest entirely, and some of the loot chests weren't there. And then there's the whatchamacallit, the other thing. It's like a different icon. Wait, let me go back on YouTube stream. It probably says it. Um, yeah, it's the orange stuff. Who the hell? Where are you supposed to get this orange reagent? Why didn't they just make it 2 reagents? It's like just how it's always been for every world. The green one's droppable. Oh no, green one's farmable. Orbs are droppable, and then there's a middle one. I gotta find out where that middle one drops. So we'll probably figure that out today, maybe. Any gear we're farming for? If we're trying to min max, technically, to a certain extent, yes. I mean, like, you should be getting the health jewels, for example, that increases your health. Should be getting the wands if you want, like, 3 extra damage, 4 extra damage. The hat gives, like, 1 extra damage. I think it's different per school, before I say that. I'm pretty sure it's different per school. How long are we thinking test room's gonna be down for, chat? What are we thinking? What are we thinking? What are we thinking? Also, the videos I posted the past couple days, been doing great. Been doing great. I do have a lot of other videos to make. I will probably start later tonight. Also, I need to... I don't know if Calamity's gonna stop by today's stream, but I have questions for her. If not, I will message Calamity. I do have to... So I guess that's a good... So I wrote down who drops what. The loot map should be pretty easy to make now. So I'll have that done as well. Later today. Also, I am gonna do the Gray Man later today. After patch comes out. So if anyone wants to join me, you can. If not, I'll try soloing it. If not, I'm gonna cry myself to sleep soloing it. So someone should probably join me. I'd rather solo final fight and not solo freaking Gray Man. Gray Man's a harder fight than the final fight. That's saying something. They do need to add Wisp though in final fight as... Yeah, I think they added Wisp in final fight for challenge, but same thing to the forest one. Let's see. Oh, Lawrence, are you still here? Oh, Lauren. Um, um, do, 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 do. Um, I'm responding to messages in the meantime, chat, while servers are down. Gives me time, gives me time. Gives me time, gives me time. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Let me know, let me know. So, percussion on your deck, random spots. You have to pack both. You should be countering the effects. Dots, fire and death counter. Fire counters traps. fire counters. What else do they counter? Counter shield, so you're not gonna do something to shield. Oh, Lauren, the Pigsy that we were complaining about in challenge mode, yeah, that's intentional. Just wanna put that out there. So I don't know how big of a delay this this stream. Pum 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 pum. Do do do. Do 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 do. Is it too hard chin intentional at the 10k? It did 10k because it was gambited, he was buffed, you had a frenzy, and there was a bubble up. You, you do remember that, right? What's up, sunshine? My little dirty dent. Oh, wait, I did not see this dialogue. Wait, there's a dialogue that says how many Earthlings have found their way into Spiral, huh? None that I know of. Well, there's rumors about Selena Gomez ones, but nah. What? New patch notes? Oh, W Thumper. Thank you, my goat. Um, in 1 second. This is 23rd, right? Yeah, it's 23rd. Issue with Sybil's, Red Death dialogue, okay. Disconnected. Wait, disconnected during quest plan B, okay. Earlier quest as the wheel learns. Fix the quest blocking. Fog not accessible. Black Lagoon sigils should now be repeatable after quest completion. Okay, this is the big one that I've been looking forward to. Fix black screen issues with 4 Grave Home side quests. I think this will. Don't remember what this one's for. I don't remember a black screen. Graveyard sigil now properly has alternating turn order and disable starting. There's an issue where outsiders camp skybox would not update yet. When you like look down and whatnot, just like the whole floor would be gone. Using cantrip add to reset players can't wait. So do I have my cantrip level back? I guess we'll see when we go back. Chris repository can no longer be accessible before intended. Okay. Shadow Darkness quest to be more helpful if the player loses their. Okay, no, this makes thank God. Thank God. This needs to be changed. If someone's kind of yeah, I understand this. Seeking Glory, yeah. Find issue with Zeke smashing pumpkin more. Oh, good. I already recorded the video on it, so I kind of already chilling. Fix a few issues with overgrown estate. Few issues with the overgrown. Fix an issue with the pumpkin puzzle in the house. Wait. Lauren. UI not paging. Since refusion spell, yeah, white white screen black text. Tutorial wrong the wrong. Oh, this was yeah. I remember this when I was like grabbing my spell that would pop up. Added music to Shadow Pack tutorial zone. I think the headless horseman. Yeah, it's the headless horseman one. Cause like we were sitting on stream for like a while trying to fix it, like trying to figure it out, and then like later on Roberto told us that like it's bugged. When it was like he thought it was working, but he's like wait, and then he told us it was bugged. Updated cinematic on Hierophant's boss lightning spell. Oh, is it because it was like the overhead animation? Like if it's a spell hit instead of it being the actual one? Okay. Iron Curse's spell writing paths are now visible. Wait, Iron Curse buff. Fix an issue where the Hermit card would cast a weakness that wouldn't activate. I remember this. I remember. Oh my god, that's hilarious. The stray werewolves in Greyholm no longer incorrectly use cheats, correct? Gargo Watch House Challenger now properly uses advanced rules. Okay. Fix an issue with Perceptor salvage infinitely cast. I might make a video about this because this is funny. Infinitely cast follow-up spells. Same thing as infinitely use intervention. Fix an issue where Mare did not remove his invulnerability or after resummoning the minions for a second time. Oh, I didn't have that issue. Not sure, just cheats temporarily disabled while fixes in progress. Okay, so not to do that challenge mode right now. Miscellaneous. Wait, is this part of it? Oh, I think it is. Fix an issue with gas and conspiracy rate upgrades used incorrect items, correct. It had it was using like Shabalba and Hunhound template. Darkmoor Silver and Cantrip Chest now give proper rewards. Okay, so now I can actually farm Cantrip Chest to get the spell bits and whatnot. Fix an issue or walking around with Photomancy filter would not show. Oh, so this is intentional. Thank God, dude. I loved having the filter on. I loved having it. But like obviously like now it showed it on this. Fix an issue that prevented Darkmoor showing up in Waller's Bionder. I don't know why I stumbled upon this, but that was funny. Adjusted zone of fortune, so mobs will always appear in the player's camera. Zone of fortune. I don't remember this one. I don't remember. We'll see. Adding minigame sigils and natural health regeneration to add. Yay! Yay! I can play my mini games. The light pads in Black Lagoon Music Room should now be more colorblind friendly. Good. Arcanum's Lift and Darkmoor's Team Demox teleport should now show the proper world maps. So we'll have to check that later. Adjusted Ignis's appearance on the really? Okay. Darkmoor Musical is now used appropriate art. Fix an issue while Heretical Academy had a temp floating text. There's all multiple textures and animation issues. Any of these were changed? No, I think these are. No, these were the spell audits. I don't think anything changed these. No. I think it's just this section. Okay. So I don't see anything regarding challenge mode for the final fight. First encounter. Oh, zone. Okay. That's what it was. I was like, remember exactly the top of my head, but that makes a lot more sense. But I don't see anything on here for challenge mode of the final fight. So I'm kind of like, that might have not made it into this patch. But it seems like there's fixes for the other area and Headless Horseman. So I know what we're doing, chat. I know what we're doing. I know. Let me relog. I know what we're gonna go do. The one that blinds you. Yeah, I mean, it is really bright. You are not wrong. Where's my test realm? I need my test realm. Emma's typing, and I don't know if that means, hey, test realm's gonna be a little bit longer or something. Okay, wait. Can I? Is there any music I can play that's not copyrighted? Real quick. Um, it is up. Wait, why is it not up for me? What? And my account's locked. Brother, I have to unlock my account. I know my password, man. I'm not a bot, I swear. Oh, finally. What? Why do I have to unlock my account first? Oh, let me also pin that. Um, the number was in. There you go. I'll pin that. Pips in that zone don't show properly. Oh yeah, so there's a two or three zones that don't show pips properly. And that was one of the zone. I think there's one other zone, but I think I told Court about it. Or Court was watching me when that was happening. I'm patching, I'm patching, I'm patching, I'm patching. You know, whenever test room goes down for the weekend, I'm gonna be so sad. I have no purpose. I have nothing to do. No, I'll probably just work on college, right? Can't lie. Wait, there's star spell changes? Oh, cosmic charge. Oh, right. Apache, 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 Apache. Dude, if art team can work on like an animation for like the fusion spells, like the shadow enhanced ones, to be slightly different. At least the cast animation, that'd be kind of cool. Oh, I didn't open OBS. Actually, it's a good thing I haven't recorded anything because I did not have OBS open. And that would have been a big oopsie. I know where I'm going. I'm rushing, I'm rushing, I'm rushing. I'm rushing, I'm rushing, I'm rushing, I'm rushing. I'm rushing, I'm rushing, I'm rushing, 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 I'm rushing. Pumpkinhead, place. Oh! Oh! I got the biggest jump scare of my life. 150k!
This will be your grave. Your head will be my grave. The Headless Horseman rides again!
Chat, if the stream's lagging, just refresh it. Because it's not lagging for me. Wait. That's 30. What? Huge on that Mercedes fixed the cinematic at the end of the castle. Now play for everybody. Not sure about challenge mode. We'll check. The cinematic at the end of the castle. Oh yeah, I'm not too sure.
Your head! Here, have mine!
X resist. Wait, why did he give me his head though? What if I hit?